Hey everyone. So today, as I'm watering my backyard, I wanted to talk about what your job expects versus what you provided. You see, as someone who has job hopped, and I'm not ashamed to say that, we go through an interview process, and what do we typically do? Well, we tell them, hey, we're the most capable person for the job. We're all about this. In management, I believe that there's two type of leadership structures. You have your delegators, and then you have your delegators, and then you have people who lead by example. So I'd rather show you than just delegate to you, if that makes sense. You understand? The delegation allows you to free up your time, but the leading by example allows your team to see that you're a team player, that you're a part of them, that you're instrumental in the process. And neither is wrong, and I'll tell you why. Because when people believe that they're getting a paycheck to do a job that they're supposed to do, they don't mind being delegated to, and then you free up a lot more of your time than somebody who's more hands-on, somebody who leads by example and does the work with them. But it's also a prideful thing, an integrity thing, when you lead by example rather than just delegate. And so I fall more to the side of leading by example than delegation. Neither is wrong, and to be honest, leading by example means you're going to work harder than those who delegate. And so some might say that you're working smarter by delegating, and then you're working harder by leading by example. And again, neither one is wrong. Either side will get the job done. Some bosses will require you to just delegate, and some may require you to lead by example. And to be honest, I find that more bosses want a delegator rather than someone who leads by example. But to not get off topic, let me continue with what I was saying. When you do your resume, when you go for a job interview, you typically show your best self. Hey, I'm always going to be on time. I'm always going to be early. I'm very reliable. I'll do this, and that. And so forth and so on. But once you get the job, after about 3 weeks of showing that smiley face, now all of a sudden you're frowning. All of a sudden you're not working as hard. All of a sudden you're looking at others who may not be working as hard, and you're saying, you know what, since they're not working hard, I'm not going to work hard too. But when you signed up, you said you was a hard worker. When you signed up, you said this is what you're going to do. And again, this is a accountability factor as well. But I want people to understand that when you ask for a raise at your job, when you tell your job, hey, you're capable of this, and that, typically they expect you to hold up your end of the deal. And when they see that you're not, they say, okay, justifiably so, we paid you well. You're now experienced. You now know what to do at the job. We don't have to train you anymore. And so it justifies them keeping you at the rate that they've paid you. But it does not justify a pay increase when you have failed to do what you initially stated that you were capable of doing. Does that make sense? You see, it's better to keep you because they no longer need to train you. So some of those hours that they put into training, they get back in free time. But it does not make sense to pay you more when you have done less than what you said you would do, because they paid you with the expectation that they would train you, but they also paid you in the expectation that they was going to get the person who said that they were going to do X, Y, and Z when they were hired. And so when you stop doing X, Y, and Z, that's an issue. And when you say, hey, I'm doing more than so-and-so and they get paid more, well, so-and-so was paid more on the basis of what they had agreed upon, not what you had agreed upon. If you did more for less, that's on you. Yes, you can increase your value. Yes, you can increase these things. But a lot of the time, they'll also look at tenure. And if you've only been there a short amount of time, they may not want you as badly as you may think. So when I say that, I say that with the mindset that I was promoted several times when I wasn't looking for a promotion, you see. And then I had to job hop ever since I started looking for a promotion. What does that tell you? Well, I was hungry when I wasn't looking for a promotion. I was still in school. I was focused on something else other than the job, to be honest with you. but I still put forth effort. And yes, we were on a lower, I was on a lower totem pole, and so it was easier to climb. And being a young man in the position that I'm in, some would say that there's not many people in my position at my age, which is honestly true. So I can see why it may be more difficult for me to climb the ladder going forward. But I can also see why I had hindered myself, where although I don't believe you put in less effort, I understand that I wasn't showing as much moxie as I did in the beginning, where I would jump at the opportunity to deliver food. I would jump at the opportunity to guard a store when I was a security officer. I would jump at the opportunity to do certain things. Now when I jump at an opportunity, I'm a manager, I'm supposed to do that, right? So they expect that. What they're expecting is for you to do something that is not expected of your position, right? What they expect is for you to reach out and be supportive to other organizations, to other people within the organization, to other people. They want you to branch farther than your store, right? And so they want you to branch farther than the area that you manage. And so when you start to help others in other facets, that's when you again get that push. But that requires a desire, that requires a passion to simply do that. Something that doesn't necessarily benefit you, and you may not even get credit for, but you do it anyway because, again, you're passionate about it. And over time, of course, you will get that promotion, you will get that that bump in pay. And what's so funny is, before I didn't even think about management, and then it was being offered to me. Now that I think about it and I know what to do, it may even be more difficult because now you might expect it, right? You might expect that pay raise. You might expect that increase. You might expect that, what is it called? That promotion. And so, again, you got to do your due diligence. You got to stay on top of things. But hold yourself accountable. If you set clear expectations, make sure you follow through with that. When you tell somebody something and you tell somebody who you will be and they pay you for what you said you would work for, make sure that you hold yourself accountable and continue to work to that standard. That way you will see the fruits of your labor. If you like this video, make sure you leave a like, comment, and subscribe. I post every single day at 8 a.m. daily, and I can't wait to see you on the next one. Peace.